A huge metal sign fell without any warning, about to crush the two children walking below, but that deadly chunk of iron stopped dead in midair, as if it had hit an invisible wall. The older sister, Chloe, stood stunned by the sight that defied the laws of physics, but her little brother, Leo, pointed at the air and calmly stated that their mom had saved them. At first, Chloe couldn't believe it at all, but after seeing a water bottle mysteriously float inside their house before and now looking at the sign suspended in front of her, she had no choice but to accept the fact that their late mother, Sarah, remained in this world as a ghost. At night, while putting Leo to bed, Sarah realized with despair that her body was gradually starting to become transparent. She knew that her time left in this world was running out. She had been unable to pass on because she was worried about her young son, but now Leo was actively participating in school, eating all the vegetables he hated, and had even prepared a handmade birthday present for his mother. Seeing how wonderfully her son had grown, Sarah's heart was filled with warm joy. Meanwhile, the father, David, who knew nothing of the situation, was confused to see his children talking to thin air, but he played along with their imagination and finished singing the birthday song with them. When the song ended, the siblings told their father the truth. Mom had been in this room the whole time and had never left. David thought it was just a childish joke at first, but the moment the candles on the cake blew out without any breeze, he was convinced that his wife was truly right there. Even though he couldn't see her, there was a mountain of feelings he wanted to convey. That night, the family of four gathered in the living room, and David talked to the empty space all night long, as if to fill all the blanks of the past. The next day at the school sports festival, to reassure his mother and send her off to heaven, Leo ran around the track harder than anyone else, but he tripped violently and scraped his knee, making it bleed. As Sarah desperately tried to rush over in her invisible form, Leo held back his tears and shouted into the air that he was okay. Then, with strong determination, he stood up and limped across the finish line. Sarah wept with joy at the sight of the boy who used to be a crybaby having grown up so much. However, upon returning home amidst the celebration, Leo noticed that his mother's figure was turning into particles of light and starting to fade away. Seeing his son crying out that mom was about to disappear, David put the whole family in the car and rushed to the memorable beach where he and Sarah first met. He decided to give her a beautiful send-off at the place where all their happiness began. As a mysterious golden light shone on the surface of the sea, Sarah hugged Leo tightly before turning into countless specks of stardust and completely vanishing into the sea breeze. David and the children looked up at the sky in tears, believing that Sarah had finally fallen into eternal sleep.